Chronic consumption of high-fat diets, especially those rich in saturated fats and processed oils, has a profound impact on cellular metabolism, and one of its most concerning effects is the suppression of autophagy. Under normal conditions, autophagy helps maintain cellular health by clearing out damaged organelles, regulating energy balance, and preventing the buildup of toxic metabolic byproducts. But when the body is consistently flooded with excess dietary fat, particularly without accompanying periods of metabolic rest or nutrient diversity, this critical self-cleaning system becomes sluggish or even silenced. The result is an environment where damage accumulates, energy regulation falters, and fat is stored with increasing efficiency and decreasing metabolic flexibility. One of the key pathways involved in autophagy regulation is the nutrient-sensing mTOR, mechanistic target of rapamycin, pathway. In the presence of constant caloric excess, particularly from high-fat intake, mTOR remains persistently activated, sending a message to cells that nutrients are abundant and that recycling processes like autophagy are unnecessary. While this might seem logical in the short term, the long-term effect is harmful. Without adequate autophagy, cells lose their ability to adapt to stress, clear damaged mitochondria, or regulate lipid and glucose metabolism. Over time, tissues such as the liver and adipose become metabolically overloaded, contributing to insulin resistance, fatty liver disease, and a cycle of continued fat accumulation. In the liver, the impact is particularly striking. High-fat diets have been shown to reduce autophagic flux in hepatocytes, leading to lipid droplet buildup and impaired mitochondrial turnover. This creates a pro-inflammatory, oxidative environment that worsens insulin signaling and promotes the development of non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, NASH. In muscle tissue, suppressed autophagy diminishes mitochondrial quality and reduces glucose uptake capacity, contributing further to systemic insulin resistance. And in adipose tissue, impaired autophagy disrupts adipocyte remodeling, leading to hypertrophic fat cells that are more inflamed, less metabolically active, and more likely to leak free fatty acids into circulation, fuels that then flood the liver and muscle, deepening the dysfunction. Yet what makes this situation particularly important is the fact that it is not permanent. The suppression of autophagy by high-fat diets is reversible. In experimental models, removing dietary excess or incorporating fasting periods can reactivate autophagy and rapidly improve metabolic outcomes. Exercise, even in the presence of continued fat intake, has also been shown to restore autophagy in muscle and liver, suggesting that lifestyle interventions can counteract some of the damage. Furthermore, certain bioactive compounds found in plant foods, like polyphenol, flavonoids, and alkaloids, appear to enhance autophagy through direct modulation of cellular stress response pathways. This means that even if a high-fat diet has impaired autophagic activity, it's possible to reawaken the body's natural repair processes through thoughtful, sustained changes in behavior and nutrition. There is also an important positive message here about the adaptability of the human body. Autophagy is not a rigid process. It responds dynamically to the body's nutrient state, energy demand, and internal signaling. When conditions improve, when excess calories are reduced, when periods of fasting are introduced, when movement and fiber-rich foods are prioritized, autophagy can resume its protective role almost immediately. This flexibility means that the damage done by high-fat dietary patterns doesn't have to define the long-term metabolic outlook. With the right inputs, the system can shift back toward balance. That said, attempts to compensate for a high-fat diet solely through supplements or short-term fixes are unlikely to succeed. Autophagy thrives not on extremes, but on rhythm, on the balance between feeding and fasting, between rest and activity. Long-term reliance on calorie-dense, fat-heavy meals disrupts this rhythm at a fundamental level. Without deliberate effort to restore it, the risk of chronic disease steadily rises. Still, the potential to recover is real and achievable. Supporting autophagy through dietary quality, periodic fasting, exercise, and stress reduction offers a path forward that is not only scientifically sound but deeply empowering. It shifts the focus from restriction to restoration, from battling fat accumulation to supporting the body's innate ability to clean, adapt, and heal. Through this lens, autophagy becomes more than a cellular process. It becomes a strategy for reclaiming metabolic resilience in the face of modern dietary excess.